Hey everybody, it's Jeff, your standard GM, but not today. We are in for a little bit of a special treat. I get to be a player in my own game. We will be using the Monster of the Week rule set, and our keeper is the wonderful Gravity Fail. So please enjoy this part 1 of 2-part session full of office shenanigans.
Okay. Yeah, so welcome to Ammon Advancements in the heart of Darmon. The ziggurat of Ammon stands with pillars of black obsidian and great spotlights that illuminate the cloudy skies over the ziggurat. Today we have a group of people who just want to go to work, keep their heads down, and get paid. But like any banking conglomerate, just doing the bare minimum is not enough. Make sure to have your extra layers of flair. It's the last day of the work week as you type out your last reports, fasten the bolts, and clean up your desk. You can hear the footfalls of your manager approaching your workspace. Let's go to Gary. You can hear your boss, Bill, approaching as he sips on his cup of coffee that just says, "I hate Mondays."
I hear him coming, but I don't really put my HCOM away until he gets close enough to see that I was using it.
And he'll lean next to your cubicle wall and just, Gary, I noticed you put in the reports late. That's it's not looking good. Did you get the email about reports on time?
Well, yeah, of course I got the email. Absolutely. Because the email's functioning, which is why I couldn't get the reports sent in on time. You understand? And he's wearing some gold wireframe glasses, and he pushes them up. And just to give you an impression also of what Gary looks like, big black handlebar mustache, mullet, very, very Lawrence from Office Space, but if he worked in IT. So that's what he says. And he leans back in his chair.
And as you look at Bill, he's a little unnerving as he has this very pale, sallow skin with these really large rimmed glasses. He wears a blue button-up shirt with white collar because he obviously is trying to signify his position within the company. His skin almost has a waxy sheen to it as he looks down at you, sipping his cup of coffee, and just, well, I need people to come in over the weekend and help with those quarterly reports and make sure everything's done on time. I noticed that your department's a little bit behind. I mean, you've been doing great work, but your colleagues, they're just not holding up. So I need you to come in tomorrow.
I drew the short straw. That's it, huh?
Yep. Yeah. Go ahead and roll plus sharp.
And I'm doing a 20.
It's 2d6.
It's 2d6. Well,
2d6 plus your sharp.
A 7 total.
You're starting to feel a little tired. Kind of like as he's talking, the energy from you is just draining out as he goes on about, I see that you're playing that game there on your computer.
Well, Bill, I was waiting for these reports to print, like you said. I got to get that done before I can get all my work done, and not much to do when you're waiting, but...
it's important to get those reports in on time because as a well-fueled machine, and he just kind of drolls on and on. If anyone else could see, you'd see that his eyes are kind of glowing a little yellow as you sit there, just getting the energy drained from your body.
Amazing. Mm-hmm. Is his middle name Colin?
Who knows?
Is there a broken pencil sharpener around somewhere?
No, but over in the corner you do hear, "Hello and welcome to Ammon Advancements. I'm going to have to put you on hold. Hello, welcome to Ammon Advancements. I'm going to put you on hold. Hello." As this secretary is just answering the phone, putting everyone on hold, switching them over to a random line, not really asking them where they're supposed to be going.
I tell you what, Bill. I tell you what. There's some opportunity here that you're presenting for me to calibrate some of the redundancies and make sure all the SQL licenses are up to date. And I can make sure that the newest version of Java is uploaded to every single workstation over the weekend. You're absolutely right. If you stop talking right this minute, I will come in tomorrow.
All
Saturday.
Right. He'll lean back, pat his stomach, and then tap your cubicle and say, "All right, sport," and start walking off as he goes towards the rest
Before
of the
he
office.
walks off, I've got my HCOM up, and you can hear the sounds of Harvest Farm pinging away. That's a proprietary app, gardening and other things.
Amon Advancements is imagine more Las Vegas was a giant ziggurat, and it's more of a city than it is an actual office building that is segmented into different parts. You happen to work in just one of the many spires that make up this illustrious ziggurat, and within that there's little departments that are like arcane biology, android advancements, data analysis, advanced technologies development and research, and Hedron alternative research that make up this location. As the new day starts, we're actually going to start with Muriel first, since you'll be the first one on the job as you see everyone come in. Do you want to start in the entryway, or do you want to start at your living quarters?
Oh, I'll start at the entryway.
Okay. The entryway. This is an illustrious large building. The ceiling from ground to ceiling is easily 40 feet tall, if not taller, with imposing like black marble floors and pillars that make up and hold the roof up. You sit behind a desk that you have access to all the cameras within the building that change about every 7 seconds. And the doors that are easily 60 feet in front of you, a few of your coworkers meander in at the beginning of the day.
Yeah, I'll adjust my my wide red-framed glasses, make sure that my crinkly gray hair is all tucked up correctly at a bun as I adjust my Ammon security outfit, and give them the stare down from here. So I'll reach under the desk and hit the button to unlock the door.
Yeah, as they each one has to scan their worker ID chip that's embedded in their hand, wrist, or other body part of their choice, because everyone has various body parts. Could be a tail or tentacle. And as they scan the chip, you see their faces pop up with their ID and their work placement. And as you hit that button, it then lets each one in.
Morning, Gary.
Morning, Muriel. I wish I could say it's a pleasure to see you like normal, but it is the weekend.
I'll nod, and morning, Matta.
Morning, Muriel. How's it going?
Super.
Awesome.
Same for you all. Morning, Octavius.
A glamour will fall away from my face as I take my normal form coming into the office, and I'll scan the back of my left hand on the badge reader and lock eyes with you for just 3 seconds longer than is comfortable for normal conversation. And then, good morning, Muriel. I trust we're having a good day.
Long drag of a cigarette? It's the weekend.
Indeed. And I'll walk past you.
Can we get a description of what Mata looks like?
Mata is a taller lizard folk. He's got a bluish skin with kind of rust-colored spots that kind of speckle throughout his body. He's wearing a blue set of coveralls and has a pretty heavily laid tool belt on his hips.
And then Octavius.
Octavius, in his natural form, is an illithid wearing an extremely well-tailored business suit of a light blue. He definitely dresses far above what his actual occupation is. And when he is out and about outside of the ziggurat, which is not often, but when he is, he tends to have a glamour up so he doesn't frighten the normal people of the city.
Like, that just makes him look like a human?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He is average human height, a little slender, but not unusually slow. So,
With that as you pass through the security checkpoint, there is a mirrored bay of doors on the left and right, every classic office building of just elevators that go up. Mata, you don't need to use the elevator as there is a service worker only door at the far end of the hallway that leads down to the janitor locker rooms and offices where you can check in and view your daily log of what you need to get done. As far as Gary and Octavius go, you can use the same elevator if you want, as one of you click that button, and then all the lights light up, waiting for the closest elevator to approach.
I'll get on the elevator with Octavius. Or I guess I was first, so I'll wait, hold the door for him.
I will join Gary in the elevator. No sense in taking a separate one.
Hi there. I'm Gary. I guess I'll be your IT specialist today. So... But you look like a capable sort.
Yes. Gary, good to meet you.
What? I didn't catch your name, fella.
I'm Octavius.
Well, a pleasure. Please do not call me. I trust that you can handle yourself.
I don't see any reason to.
Fair enough.
As that happens and you move your arm away from the elevator, the doors close, and as it slowly ascends up the pillar, you just hear the Ammon holding music of
I'll pull out a small leather-bound notebook from the inside of my suit jacket and be like looking over my notes from yesterday and trying to reassess the data that I've already run.
Every once in a while, as it takes longer, you hear the occasional pause of,
"Have you made sure that your workspace is clear of any aberrant creatures or unwanted guests? Make sure to check in with the local tactician office and get your Ammon ordinance of one shotgun. If you do not have one or know where it is, please contact your direct manager." Advancements.
As I hear Gary just like softly start to hum along with the sound, one eyebrow ridge will go up just a little bit, but I won't actually look over at him.
And it's like a involuntary. He's heard the music so many times and the announcements so many times that it's like it just happens.
To cut to Mata at this point, you can go into the service entry that leads down to the janitor's locker rooms. The classic kind of warm, humid living portion of this actual Ammon advancements immediately clings onto your skin as you hear the distant hissing and drip sounds of various condensation falling off pipes. Occasionally you do hear the off squeak of some kind of rodent or large insect that lives down in this basement.
Okay. Continuing down, I'll head to my the shop to look up the list of tasks for today, see what needs a priority, and just get settled for the day. Turn on the coffee maker, and start seeing what got left from yesterday.
Yeah, in the janitor's locker room and kind of break area, you do see the Ammon. I guess it would be like an Ammon kiosk that everyone kind of clocks into, who's not like a salaried employee. So you have to click that checking in,
right?
And then at that point, it loads into your working data pad the whole list of everything that you need to do. You see that the 57th floor north end bathrooms need new tiles fixed, change of light bulbs. There's a backed up toilet in there that one of your coworkers marked off but didn't finish yesterday. Down in one of the lobby bathrooms, there's also they need a resupply of toiletries, and you just see a long list of things that you need to get working on.
Okay. While the coffee starts getting ready, I'll start putting my maintenance cart together of the things I'll need for the tasks, and kind of prioritize them on the list of where to start. Probably start at the top floor and just start working my way down.
Best way, because shit rolls downhill.
Yep.
What would Muriel be doing as everyone is getting to their working locations?
Well, after everybody's gone into the hallways, into their appropriate elevators and tunnels, Muriel would light her next cigarette, make sure the front door is locked. Yes, I do have a running total of how many smokes I have. I know I only have 18 left.
She only brought one pack?
It's the weekend. But I'll do the quick run of the first floor here. You know, the cameras aren't showing me anything's going wrong anywhere else. All of these office drones are on their way to their correct spots. Do the walkthrough. Hit the vending machine. Get the coffee. Get the egg and some sort of synthetic animal meat on it. Go into the break room for a moment. Check the local news. Not actually turn on the volume or anything. Just something to be going on in the background. And wait for a couple hours probably.
Yeah, go ahead, roll a sharp. So roll plus sharp.
11.
As you're just putting on the news, it's in the background, and you're kind of getting your synthetic meat substitute, which I imagine is some mixture of bean protein and soy that's pounded into a mesh and reconstituted to mimic what was once a burger of some kind, or sausage patty.
If you close your eyes, it tastes like eggs.
Yeah, you just put a healthy amount of ketchup on. It'll cover all those sins. You do get one proximity alert on the top floor, but it quickly goes away.
I will take one more bite of my ketchup-soaked synthetic egg bean compote bagel creature, and I'll put out the rest of cigarette number 18 in it, as I will pull up my pants, which are already above my navel, just revealing the full steel-toed military boots. Adjust my glasses just a bit, check my magnum and my dagger on the other side. Since my perks are well armed, and so I do have access to the armory as well as storage, I guess now is as good time as any to do a quick walk of the rounds and head up to the top floor.
Yeah. Did you want to hit your armory before going up to the top floor?
Not yet. It's just a proximity alert. More than likely, one of these drones found themselves off in a spot they shouldn't be. They touching a wall they shouldn't or something.
Yeah. We'll go to the elevator. Ding.
After you.
And the elevator opens.
Is it my floor?
Yes. It is your floor.
All right. Then yes, I will exit and walk over to my cubicle.
Am I exiting on the same floor as him? I would.
You can. Both of you know that both for IT and data management, you will have to move around. So you could go to any one of the floors kiosks that you can check in and get your data assignment. So if you want to be friendly, you could follow him since you're one of the few people working today. Or you could give him space and go to a separate floor.
No, I'll follow, not awkwardly, but just because it's convenient. We're already on the floor, and he'd be the only person I'd be supporting for the day, so it just sort of seems like it makes sense. Of course, Muriel and Mata could have technical problems, but I'm assuming that my priority should be put on Octavius. So how I imagine that goes down is as we get close to the terminal, my augmented reality visor drops down automatically. It's got a proximity sensor, and I can access it without having to actually interface directly. So it would look kind of weird, the glasses, the wireframe glasses that he's wearing turn bright blue, there's a screen that comes over them, and you see him typing in the air and selecting different icons that are not there because only he could see them through the augmented reality interface. But if you're just Octavius, who's a little a technophobe, who and you see this guy whose eyes turn blue and he's just waving his hands around, probably looks pretty weird.
It's AR. It's Amon reality.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm on reality.
You went for the
Well done.
the oppressive module that gets added on, where it instantly assigns work to you
Yeah.
instead of yeah.
I have to be in proximity to get the upload for the day, but once I log in, I can interface from anywhere. But I work in IT. It's how we roll. We have tech attached to our face in IT in the future dystopia.
The easy part about this is that you both have the same departments that you need to go to. One for a narrative reason, and two just because it's fun. So you both would see on your list of places to go the biotech department, advanced weapons department, the artificial sentience program, or ASP, research and development, along with payroll and HR.
All right.
You can start in any of those locations that you'd like. You can go as a team, you can go by yourselves.
I imagine that the first thing I do when I get to my cubicle is I pull out this like leather-bound portfolio like contraption where I keep my paperwork, which will have the paperwork from the previous day in it. I'll take a quick look at it and ensure that it still looks as I left it yesterday, and I'll take all the paperwork out of it and put it in a little like holder on the outside of my cube that says "out." I'll log into my terminal and check my email because I can't get away from people sending my emails. And I will look at all the emails I've received since yesterday, and I will simply send all of them to print. And then I will walk over to the printer.
As you walk, as you walk over to the printer, it does the first 20 so pages fine, and then it jams up.
Oh, great. I imagine there's an alert that
that's
flashes.
where I'm looking around to see if Gary is in sight.
Oh,
Yeah, you see a
already,
little emergency
huh?
icon.
Oh.
Yeah, that the printer is jammed or broken and needs immediate assistance.
So I will. I'll actually call Octavius's workstation using the integrated HCOM, and so it would ring over.
Yeah, you'll hear a phone ringing over at a cubicle
Oh,
that I'm not standing at because I'm standing by the printer.
Yeah, and I'll make my way over to the printer. Are you at the printer, or are you still at your cube?
Oh yeah, I'm at the printer.
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay.
basically,
So
like,
I'm
pulling the sheets off the printer as they're coming out, and like starting to organize them for the day, and like figuring out what my plan for the day looks like.
So Gary will walk up and see this happening, and he'll go, "It's you. I thought you were a myth, but it's true. Do you do this with every report and every email?"
Of course.
Oh, the guys aren't going to believe me. In all of Ammon, there's one that we know of who consumes more resources of physical type than any, and I never thought I'd actually meet him. I thought it was an urban myth. Wow. I guess did
Only
you
one,
check
you
if
say.
and see if there's paper? I imagine you would bump into that problem often.
I would consider for a moment, and I would look down and see if there's an obviously labeled drawer named paper, which honestly I probably would not ever have checked.
This is a very high-tech printer made in the far-off future that has levels for each compartment of what, not only how full it is of paper, but the different types of paper. So you have like goldenrod, you have your regular printer paper,
All the different
you
sizes.
have special cardstock, you have the 3x5s. Like, this printer has every single thing. It's completely full. Someone did a good job restocking it. However, it doesn't want to work.
All right.
Hey, Marshall, you get a little bit of that Kinko's PTSD there.
Yeah, he's just
Like, no. Especially goldenrod. Jeez.
Yep, P3.
all right. Step aside and let Gary work his magic.
Certainly. And I'll take a step back, and I'm already like starting to like work through the paperwork that has come out of the printer so far.
So I start running my hands over the printer, and I'm like, all right, WX587T, tell me all your secrets. And I begin the process of troubleshooting the printer.
So as you open up WX587T, go ahead and roll plus sharp.
Not the... 7 total. Oh, no.
7.
Sorry. 6 plus 3 is 9, so I got an 8 total.
Ooh. Okay. So you're able to locate that it's a simple paper jam with a buildup of toner and ink because this printer does both, like a laser printer and can do an inkjet printer. Again, it's a thing of the future. It has everything. You see that it's just like a buildup, and you can easily clean it off, but sadly, you'll have to start the whole report over again.
So I will do that. Gary, opens the latches and just untransforms this printer and opens up all of its inner guts and reaches inside, pulls out one wrinkled sheet of paper and holds it up, and he goes, "Wow, I see I found the culprit. Have you ever considered just digitally reviewing your information, Octavius? I'm just throwing it out there."
I'll look up at you and have my eyebrow ridges kind of furrowed. And
I mean,
Why
Ammon
would I
makes
do that?
a lot of concessions to make sure that all of the finest resources, digital resources, are at your very fingertips.
You said earlier I was the only one who did this?
You're the only one who does it in this volume.
I can't help but notice that all of the other reporting that I've been able to gain access to has been highly anomalous in its outcomes and projected benchmarks. I can't help but notice the correlation there. And with that, I'll look back down at my paperwork.
Yeah, the correlation. You're probably onto something. Well, anyway, I fixed your printer, but you're going to have to run your report from scratch. I apologize. I had to clear the job queue in order to reset everything.
Very well. And I'll make as though I'm walking back to my cube and then take half a step and stop and look at you and say, yes, thank you. And then I'll go my cube.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my pleasure. And he pulls out his HCOM and walks away. I did roll I let the dice decide where I was going to go. I rolled a 1, so I'm going to the biotech area, and I'll head off in that direction.
As Gary walks away, we're going to cut over to Mata down in the janitor's break room. Cart full of materials ready to go. You have access to basically the freight elevator. It's a special janitor elevator. You can move big things in and out easily, like if you need new printers or whole new desks or put up new cubicle walls. That's what this is made for. It can carry a lot of stuff. So as you can either start in the lobby, which is pretty close, or you can work your way from the top down.
I was planning on working top down, so I will empty the pot of coffee I made into my thermos. Toss that on my cart as well. Grab the sledgehammer on my way to the elevator with my cart. Put the hammer on top and press up and just wait and then get on.
The beauty of this elevator is that there is no hold music like the other elevators. But as you enter and you press up, you actually feel the elevator drop. It's been known to act up from time to time, no big worry. Sometimes it has a mind of its own. But as you actually descend down, it opens up into a room that just has tables full of, it looks like gifts that have wine inside them, like a gift basket, and they're just all over these tables.
Interesting. Would I have a key to lock down the elevator if I needed to?
Yeah, you could have an
Or a
emergency key.
Okay.
Which, as
so,
you
yeah,
look and the doors are slowly starting to close.
I'm gonna hold that open for a minute, or at least lock it down for just a moment. And want to take a look at these baskets, see what they are.
Jeff, how would I describe these baskets?
Yes, Jeff. How would you describe these baskets?
Well, your standard Ammon greeting basket should be approximately 4 bottles, one from each different house, not including the main center one. Should also include a box of crackers, 2 different kinds of cheeses, all in a decorative kind of grassy green fake texture. A card that is yet to be filled out, probably to and from, with a smiling picture of Typh.
I'm freaking out. You can't have a big campaign fan on this show and tell me that they got a bunch of outgoing baskets. Wow. Sorry.
Yeah, so I'll take a quick look
Spoilers.
around the baskets, just kind of see what's in there. Maybe make a mental note, but then head back to the elevator and get started on the list. Put the elevator back into service and head up to the top floor.
Yeah, the elevator, this time following your directions, goes all the way up to the top floor. It's the biotech department. So you're going to get there roughly around the same time Gary does. And you have to clean or repair a leaky tile in the ceiling. Could be pipe work that needs to be done a little bit, but there's definitely a big wet spot that's been dripping water.
I will move my cart over to the area and get started on offloading offloading my ladder, getting what I need off my cart, and look over. And you said Gary gets there about the same time?
Yeah, he's going to be probably as you set out everything.
Okay.
You would hear the elevator open up, and then you would see Gary walk into the entryway of the biotech department.
As I start heading up the ladder, I'll glance over at the elevator as it opens up and say, "Morning." Didn't think it'd be
morning.
Didn't think I'd have people up here this early.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd be up here this early either. You must be on the maintenance staff?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll hold up my
I'm information
tag.
technology.
IT group. Got it. Name's Mata. I don't think I've seen you around here, but I don't pay attention to the Dutch jockeys.
Nice to meet you, Mata. My name's Gary Musburger. And normally I'm not here on the weekend, so. But
Oh,
while
it's a
I'm here,
pleasure to meet
got
you.
a list of tasks to do. Brought me to the biotech department for some reason. I haven't yet figured that out, but I'm sure it has something to do with somebody trying to put an image in Word, or, not formatting their pivot table correctly. There's a lot of different issues that can come up.
I'm gonna keep going up the ladder and start messing with the tile.
Well, you have a safe day then. Don't mind me. I'll just be here. And he goes back into his HCOM, and you hear the familiar sounds of Harvest Farm pinging.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah.
For Mata, go ahead and roll plus cool.
Plus cool.
Yeah.
Auto pass.
So that would be 10.
10? Yeah,
Yep.
you, while being distracted, you're easily able to find the source of this leak. It's just one of Ammon's coolant pipes that is used for cooling down this specific area was leaking a little bit of its coolant. You're able to fix that up, no problem. Usually it can be toxic if you get it into your eyes or hands, but you're a pro. You're an expert janitor, some might say, and you're easily able to patch that up without getting any in your face or eyes.
Sounds good.
An
After
HVAC technician. How about that?
I'm completely certified. Once I get everything patched up and put back together, I will swap out the tile with a new one and start cleaning up my work area.
This is a perfect time to cut to the roof with Muriel.
Yeah, I'll exit out of the elevator, putting out a cigarette. This little cloud comes with me, humming along the Ammon theme song.
You do have to take one flight of stairs to the roof itself, since the elevator doesn't go up all the way. And you have keys to open up the roof access, which, as you step out, although, Ammon is in the future, it still has that same gravel rooftop that every office building has. As you step out and you hear the little pebbles under your feet, go ahead and do a roll plus sharp.
Sharp's a good one. Bloop. I got a 9.
9. You think you hear an extra set of footsteps walk as you walk. So it almost sounds like an echo where it's gravel, 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 and then they stop, and then you only hear your footsteps.
Ghost. Calling it.
The eyes as I slow turn around, hand on my magnum. I scan the perimeter.
How tall?
If you-
How tall is? I'm sorry to interrupt you. How tall
Yeah,
is
no, go-
Muriel?
Muriel is approximately 5'4".
Just getting a really good mental picture. Pants hiked way up. So putting her hand on her gun that's on her waist is like way up here, right?
It's basically under the armpit.
Yeah.
Go ahead and you can either use investigate a mystery or read a bad situation.
I'm going to read a bad situation. Okay, so for that I rolled a... I rolled... my total is 11.
11. As your hand is on your pistol, or you're just able to pick out over the vents at the top of Ammon Advancements, letting out the air. Someone saying, "Shh, don't move," to someone else. And you can tell that they're hiding behind one of the vents.
Muriel will stare in the direction of the vent. One hand on the magnum. One hand on... be her HCOM, but it's probably her pack of cigarettes.
Those are easy to confuse. So.
Do you want to... you want to step out, or do I need to follow office protocol?
You hear from a long pause, just nothing, followed by what sounds like the faintest echoes of someone crawling through that vent.
It's like when you catch your cat
Quick
doing
to zoom
something
in.
they're not supposed to be doing, and they keep doing it but slower.
This be the quick zoom in on the eyes as they get like... It's a long panel across the screen as the eyebrows slowly turn to V's.
A beam of light right at the eyes.
As I will approach the vent with gun out. It's still early, so hopefully getting the shadow of Duskblade Tower behind me, blocking out the sun, so I'm not being... Nothing can hurt. That way I have full vision here as I will approach it, but I am going to reach my HCOM and just kind of click a warning button, kind of send a message to the front desk.
As you step in front to see the vent, you see that the panel is off, and you hear, "Oh shit!" and you can't see what it is, but something jumps into the vent as you hear the gravel under something else's feet shift and back into the vent and fall over, but you cannot see them.
Here,
But you can
is
see.
there a roll I can do?
I will say, but you can see the pebbles on the roof move.
Told you it was a ghost. Didn't I call it, Jesse?
You did.
I will move around to look into the spot where they went into.
As you approach, you can hear on the roof like heavy breathing that then stops, like.
And I'm going to light a cigarette, and I'm just going to slow drag and blow out.
Mm-hmm. As you do, the smoke as you blow out wraps around someone who is invisible as they begin to cough. And you see them try to start scampering away.
I'll stand up, cigarette on the ground, put it out, and take one shot with that magnum at it.
So that will be kick some ass. That is roll
Clearly.
plus tough.
My tough is +1, so I totally biffed it with a 3.
So you end up hitting another vent, and you hear the pating pating as it bounces off. And as your magnum tries to reload, it actually gets jammed. And whoever this is, you can see the gravel under their feet as they're running away, and you just hear the of like a zip line go out, and then they go off the side of the building.
As fast as my short legs will carry me, I run back for the door to lock it and start heading down to the front desk.
As you do that, it's perfect time to go over to Octavius.
I imagine I've finally finished my printing job at this point, gotten my affairs in order for the day, and organized everything according to time that it came in.
Yes, there are pages though that are like double printed because the printer is slightly off its track, with lines as the little rollers kind of cause the ink to bleed from one like paragraph to the other. So you can still read it. It's just this printer is not a good printer.
I'll shake my head and just sloppy.
No one's used it in 6 months.
I don't know what you're talking about. I use it every day.
Overuse.
But yeah, with that, I will imagine I will head to biotech.
Yeah, it's just a couple floors up. You can enter the elevator if you'd like, or take the stairs, but it'll take a minute to get up to the biotech department.
I'll take the elevator. I'm not that tech phobic.
Did Muriel's alert that she sent down to the front desk, would that ping through IT? I mean, that's a long shot, but yeah.
So that's where it's going to be a twofer. One is as the elevators close, that ping will happen. And what it does is it ends up locking down the elevator. So the red light comes on.
Oh no. Is that while Octavius is stuck in the elevator?
Yeah.
Good job, Jeff.
With your giant stack of papers that you're holding on to. The Ammon advancement. Everything stops and the red light comes on and you just hear the which then would ping the IT, yes. But we can keep going with Octavius.
I will look up as though there's something up there that has caused the elevator to stop. Shake my head for a moment. Look around. Is there like an emergency phone in the elevator?
Yes, there is.
Then that's what I'm going to first, just to ensure that some living creature in this building knows that there is me in this elevator and I would like to leave now.
As you attempt to use it, it will ping on two different devices. One, IT, not only are you getting the warning that the building is
in lockdown.
It locked down, but you're also seeing that the elevator, someone is trying to use it, which will also go through Muriel's work device saying that someone is trying to get help in the elevator.
Okay. So Gary will react and he said, "What in the name of the great old one's frosty underdrawers is happening?" And he'll pull up this incident report in his augmented reality.
You can see the camera inside the elevator.
Oh, and I see just a stack of papers animated in there.
Yeah, they move around and you can kind of make out that someone's holding.
Oh, I bet you that's that Octavius feller. And I'll call out to Mata, who was on the same floor, right? Hey, did you get that ping about the elevator?
No, I didn't get anything. What's going on?
Well, somehow building lockdown got triggered, and that wiry feller that likes to use a lot of paper is stuck in car 7, right around the 57th floor.
Okay, I suppose we can get him out. Let's see if Muriel knows what's going on.
All right. Well, while you call Muriel, I will. I guess I'll try to override the control, and I'll start working on my augmented interface.
So yeah, I'll reach out to Muriel or security on my work device.
Is this like a investigate a mystery moment, or some other?
Yep. You can either read a bad situation or investigate a mystery, which is roll plus sharp.
Yeah. Are they both sharp, or is?
Yeah, they are.
Okay. Well, I'll just do investigate a mystery then. I got a 6. For an IT guy, I'm not very sharp. Turns out.
You think you get it to work, but what actually ends up happening is the elevator starts very quickly going to the top of the building, which will lead us back to Muriel, that your badge allows you to override the security lockdown. So as you put it up to the elevator, it's just pulling Octavius's elevator to you
To me.
as quick as possible. To Muriel.
Oh, to Muriel. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like at an ungodly speed where you actually, if you're not braced, you will fall down and your papers will just be a strewn. So you can either act under pressure to stay up, or
Oh,
which
he's
is just
moving.
less cool.
I'll attempt to act under pressure, but I'm sure I wasn't expecting the elevator to react in this way.
Yeah, no. So down, papers.
Yes.
So with that, it will go to the top floor, which you'll see Muriel standing there, waiting for the elevator. At the same time, Gary, you think that you did that, but you messed up. You're a little stressed out. You think you could have probably done a better job.
Well, I hope that little feller's all right. Oops.
And then this will be where, Mata, you can use your HCOM to directly contact Muriel if you would like.
Yes, I would like to do that. Pull up the security line.
Yeah, what would your ringtone be?
I feel like Muriel's ringtone is one of her grandkids singing a song with her name in it.
Who's named, the grandkid or Muriel?
She doesn't care. It's adorable, and that child is the light of her eyes.
It's the one grandchild you spoil, but none of the others.
I hate all the other ones. But yeah, as my phone rings and the elevator dings, what can I help you with?
Ariel? That you?
Anna, we got a situation.
I was just calling to see if you knew why the elevator was locked down.
Looks like we got a couple of invisible scamps up here on the roof.
Oh, that is definitely different than a maintenance issue.
Yep, you'll hear the crinkle of tobacco as I light another smoke. But they were crawling and running away. I don't know where they're going.
Do we need to call seeker support?
Not yet. Have you seen anything on any of the floors?
Nope, just Greg down here. Or Gary, that's right.
Alright, I'm coming down.
Okay, we're in a biotech.
Alright. Stay where you are. Get your company issued shotguns handy.
Okay. Also, Octavius was locked on the elevator. It's locked down.
And I'll get him.
As Mata says that, there's rustling of papers as Octavius is trying to stand up, and underneath what was just a carpeted floor of papers, that's where Octavius, you can definitely stand up.
Yes. I'll be, as soon as the elevator comes to a stop and I'm not like crushed against the top of an elevator shaft, I'll be standing up and just trying to like collect up all my papers, knowing that I've just increased the amount of time it will take me to complete my tasks at this point. Step 1, pick up all the paperwork. I'm doing that before I'm even trying to open the door. I don't care what floor I'm on.
Well, and that's where you'll see Muriel step in.
Muriel. Be careful. The elevator is, and I'll consider broken or haunted?
It's working fine for me.
Ah.
Spilled your papers.
Yes. The elevator moved with some rapidity.
Alright, well, shoot. Can't bring my cigarette in here now that you have all these papers all over the floor. I'll put it out.
Oh, I don't mind.
Step in. Then I will pick it right back up off the floor and put it in my mouth. Biotech, hon.
As you do that, the elevator, again, with your badge, moves with some swiftness. Not as much as this last time, because it moving down is a lot more dangerous going fast than when it's going up. It takes a minute or so to go down the 20-some floors to the biotech department, where you would see Mata and Gary standing in the lobby area of the biotech department.
Oh, hey, what's going on? Getting all kinds of weird alerts and oh, geez. And I noticed the pile of papers still, I'm assuming, being picked up.
I hope over the course of a minute I've at least managed to pick up all of the paper. I'm still in the middle of like shuffling them and reordering them, but I'm probably at least holding them by now.
I hate you so much for not just saying that you choose auto-collate and you set stapling as a default option from your printing, so that way they are not all separate sheets. You're a monster.
This all could have been avoided.
Auto stapling is nice.
I mean, yes, I am a monster.
Technically, you're not wrong.
Yeah, Octavius the office monster.
I'm gonna take a drink of coffee from my thermos.
It is hot and refreshing, and the perfect pick-me-up for this situation.
I'll step out, holstering my magnum. Boys, looks like we got some weekend intruders. Have to put this place in lockdown. We'll have to get your stuff done. What is it, Gary?
Can I pull up the security feed footage in my augmented reality interface? And
For the biotech department, you can.
for anything in the building.
You'd have to be closer.
Okay.
Again, so what may have been missed during the edit, but I'll put it in here, is in Ammon Advancements, their technology is locked by region so that people cannot hack into or across the departments. So if are logging into something, you have to be within that region. So for this,
You have
the
to
entire
locally
biotech
connect.
Yeah,
okay.
locally connect. Yeah. So you can do the biotech department, which is actually a good 10 floors, but the main office is the one that you're on. If you want to investigate, then it's another.
Okay.
You have to go deeper. But yeah, you can review the security cameras of this biotech department.
Can I set like a motion alert on the biotech floor that if any of the security cameras pick up motion, that it would send me an alert?
Yeah, as an IT agent, it would make sense, yeah, that if you had your own device, which I'll say that you do, you can, basically it's kind of like an app on your phone.
Yeah.
It's your own personal device that you are putting in this local department, that if something goes off, it'll ping, but it won't give you access to the cameras. It'll just say, motion detected.
Yeah. And like which camera it was that set off the motion or something. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Is it possible to link that to Muriel so that it alerts us both?
Yeah, you could grant Muriel
I feel like we're playing
access.
Dungeons and Dragons. Just making shit up.
Yeah. Yeah, you could give Muriel access. You might have to download an app on their HCOM.
So I'll let Muriel know. Well, I can set up a kind of like a motion detector for the department here. That'll alert your phone. I just need to see your HCOM for a second.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's an Ammon
And
proprietary app. Don't worry, nothing untoward. And I'll upload the app to Muriel's phone that would allow her to also receive the alerts if there's like some kind of motion that trips the camera, since there seems to be ne'er-do-wells in the vents.
Muriel, you would be getting an alert from your workstation down in the lobby, but it doesn't have specifics about what it is. But you could definitely head that way if you'd like.
Yeah, if everything here on the biotech if everything here on the biotech floor looks okay, then, well, shoot. None of these guys I'll look around to each one of these fellow employees and notice the distinct lack of shotguns.
Oh, I have a shotgun. But it's me.
I actually do have a pistol, and since my suit is fairly well tailored, it's probably not well disguised.
I got a sledgehammer.
Yeah, shotgun and a rifle, actually. I'm heavily armed.
All right, we're going to start working our way back downstairs to the main floor. Is there anything that you guys need to do here?
I'll look up. We?
Hell, this is the most excitement I've had in about 16 years, so I'll follow you down to the lobby if it's all right.
Gary, you do know that you do have to do at some point.
Yeah, I've got some TPS reports to print out and some diagnosticians to calibrate here on the biotech, though. I suppose I could do that and then meet you down
All
there.
right.
I'll go
Why
down
don't you
with
guys,
you, Muriel.
how long do you think it's going to take, Gare?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I don't know until I get into the task. It could be something as simple as updating Adobe, or, it might take as long as, a full system reboot and a server update. I don't really know until I get to the task. Apologies. How long? Do I know what my task is that I'm?
Yeah, you
Making
just have
up.
to do like a data cleanup and security check.
It's just a data cleanup and a security check. It's pretty routine. Stuff that should have been done during
All
the
right.
week, but I work with a bunch of lazy b-holes.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything here on biotech they need to do?
Yes, there is data to analyze and other data to reanalyze.
I'm going to need you to do that as quick as you can. And as whoever gets done first, set the pace for the other one.
Oh, yes,
None of this
ma'am.
lollygagging I see you guys trying to do. No pulling out any games, Gary.
No idea what you're talking about. God dang, that
Point to my
cobbleinator.
glasses. I'll point to my glasses. I'll point to that camera. I'll point to you.
Well, if you want to look at good harvest farm strategies, yeah, go ahead and watch over my shoulder. Trying to beat this clan.
Surely you're using the infinite carrot hack.
Yeah. You noticed. You know, I may have misjudged you, Octavius. It's all in the timing of when you water after you plant. And you have to make sure that you do it on a rainy day, or else it just doesn't work.
Oh yes, I'm aware.
You like Harvest Farm?
I prefer games that have not been conclusively solved.
As this conversation happens, that's where Mata and Muriel will make their way to the elevator.
I'm glad you stopped us.
As
'Cause it was going to keep going.
Harvest
Yeah, I'll-
farming. Yeah, the harvest farming conversation
Anyway,
continues as the elevator door is closed.
Jesse, let's jump in a different chat room real quick.
I'm gonna leave my. I'll push the cart into the elevator too.
All right, boys, finish it up. Yeah, I'll click the elevator to go down.
Using your badge, it still is flashing the red light, but it controls it all the way down to the lobby. That's actually on Mata's cleaning, is restocking the toiletries in the lobby bathroom, along with cleaning a few spot-selected areas of the lobby floor. Looks like someone had lost their lunch there the other day, and it left a little bit of a stain.
All right, going out of order on my list maybe, but we'll see.
Yeah, for your list, it is that just ruined it. It put the last task second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll once this gets taken care of, I'll reevaluate, get back up to the floors and work my way down again. But
Yeah, as you
since
make your
we're
way
down here,
Yeah, you make your way to the lobby. The large 40-foot glass panes you see have these metal shutters have closed, locking down the entrance so no one can leave. It still has little slats in it to allow light to be filtered through, but as you approach, you can also hear the lobby desk beeping with various signals going off. Waiting for someone with a security badge to access it to actually see the data because it is compartmentalized.
Go restock those toiletries. I'm gonna go check on my computers.
okay. I'll be back shortly. 'Cause I can't help with that, so I'll go get my task done while I'm down here.
I will pick up the coffee I left probably, an hour ago. I will take a bite of my cold egg bean compote creature with ketchup still on it. I will light another smoke and then scan my badge.
As you scan your badge, you see that there are warnings in the advanced weapons department. As your monitor lights up, you see that there were some containment cylinders that have been broken, and one of the cameras is completely covered. They're black and white cameras, so it's covered in a thick gray liquid, obscuring your vision of what's going on inside the advanced weapons department.
I'll enjoy the full cigarette, finish my cold coffee and food while I wait for Mata to get done.
I'll hustle through my restocking tasks, and then head back to check in before doing the final clean of the area.
Got cameras down on advanced weapons, as well as looks like some containment issues broken out.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, you down for some heavy cleaning?
Yeah, you do see on your work little data pad, security cameras need fixing in in advanced weapons department.
New task. Well, it's on my list now, so let's get it done.
All right, I'm going to pull out the company phone and send a message to Gary, hoping that Gary is somewhere near Octavius as I alert them to stay away from the advanced weapon department, and keep their eye out for any containment or any escaped detainees that may be prowling the premises. If you see one, do not engage. Alert to location before entering to an office-supported stance.
I swear I got to get out of this career field. It's going to be the death of me. And I'll head over to Octavius. Oh, and do I need to complete a task too while we're here? So
Yeah, go ahead. With this, it's pretty standard. It's easy. You're really just, at this point, you had to wait for Octavius to download all the reports, and then Octavius will have to compile those either by hand, I guess, instead of their computer. But once they've downloaded all the reports, you can then restart the system.
turn it off, turn it back on.
Yep.
Hey, Octavius, I could show you this interesting tool called a pivot table. You see, you could organize all that data and then select the points that you want, and you'd be able to, optimize what you're looking at, graph it out, see the patterns. It's possible to do all of this electronically, my friend.
My way is better, and I'll show you my notepad where I'm basically doing all of that just by hand, so it's much slower.
Gary will look at it as if he's holding up hieroglyphics. Are you sure, you could, a 6 to 8 week course, and you could become certified in how to use these Ammon office products?
Are you saying that you've detected anomalies in my output, Gary?
Hey, all I'm saying is you could do it a lot faster and more efficiently and still maintain accuracy. Nevertheless,
Perhaps.
Are you done compiling your reports?
I suppose that's not up to me, is it?
You can decide how long it takes you.
I imagine that my general process, because it sounded like I was having to come in and check the work of others here and ensure that everything was accurate. So I imagine what I'm doing is I'm going over to data terminals that are on this floor and pulling up the work they've done and leaving that in a digital format, and then comparing that to my own notes that I've done by hand just to see if they square away. Anything that I see wrong, I'm just going in and I'm just making changes. I'm not leaving change notes. I'm not redlining things or leaving comments. I'm just changing things. There is no version control where I'm concerned.
We will join Mariel and Mata as they move through the building.
All right, I will unjam my Magnum, make sure it's restocked with bullets, swing by one of our small armory sheds here on the first floor. You have the janitor section, armory, bathroom. Need anything, Mata?
No, I'm good. I'll lift up my hammer.
So you know that the advanced weapon department has a whole host of mechanical and biological weapons that can range in a lot of ways for Ammon. Is there something that you would like to find in the armory?
Oh, let's see here. Oh, I think, this is probably where I'd equip my cold iron sword.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I'd probably say, I've got a cold iron sword, I've got a magic dagger, I feel like this is the place where it'd be all right, grab my 6-pack of silver bullets, a 6-pack of basically ethereal bullets, in case it's ghosts.
Go ahead and roll plus weird.
Weird, I have a +0 to. So, roll is a 9.
9. So yeah, you're able to find all those. You feel like you're missing something, but you can't quite remember because you already have silver bullets, ethereal bullets, special tinctured, wolfsbane's liquid bullets. It's kind of like the armory from Hellboy, where it's you also have blessed, blessed oil covered daggers.
When you say it like that, I really want you to imagine Muriel is as though The Witcher was replaced by a Denny's waitress.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
In the armory, though, I will take another pack of cigarettes from my carton, tucking one into the breast pocket as well as both side pockets.
Nice.
Ammon does have a cigarette vending machine that is free for the guards. Anyone else does have to pay. So
Muriel, do you know what we're walking into?
Yeah, I'm just pushing it down while I'm talking to Mata. You know what? I don't know. As I'm lighting one of the ones I just pulled off. We can't be sure until we get up there. But it's just us for now. If it looks bad, we'll call for secret support.
All right, so check it out.
You do have access to the regular elevators or the utility elevators, and you can use either one.
Oh, I mean, this is our Edgar Wright suit-up scene. I am slapping my ID badge onto the fastest elevator I can. Just rocket shipping up there with Mata.
Yeah. So as you use the elevator and you go onto the advanced weapons department floor, the first thing you smell is the thick, irony smell of blood all over the floor and the walls and some body part on the ceiling. And you see that the security camera that's in the corner by the elevator is just covered in blood and pointed straight down with a few of the wires popping out.
My heart sinks.
You fix that, Mata?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get Gary up here.
I can replace the camera just fine, and I just need to get the right supplies to clean up this mess. But what did this?
Oh, I'm sure it's something from a tube. I'll offer you a cigarette.
Yeah. I don't normally smoke, but I'll take one.
Yeah, I mean, we're standing here to, like, just... Somebody went full Akira on whatever just happened in here. Have a cigarette.
Yeah,
Before we
I'll take
cut
one.
back to the other guys.
Yeah, that's where we're gonna cut back to Gary and Octavius. There we go.
Are you done yet? Are you done yet? What about now?
As the computer almost is done rebooting, the lights start to flicker, which is common when you're rebooting the systems on the floor. They start to flicker, but then they stay off for a little too long as you're waiting for them to come back on, and then the red just general like backup lights come on.
Turn it off and turn it back on. There's supposed to be a turn it back on part. I'm not sure what's going on here. I turned it off, and then I turned it back on. And you saw me, right, Octavia? I turned it back on, and then now... I'm gonna try to read this bad situation, I think.
Yeah.
I got a 2.
A 2 is great because
Amazing.
Octavius, you actually end up seeing this first as what looks like a little girl covered in black ooze.
Oh, I gotta
that
go.
is just like leaving a red trail of blood on the floor. Just slowly slides out from behind Gary. And you can do something, but this creature is about to stab Gary with a like extra toothed tentacle hand where the fingers all like join spin together into like a meat drill.
Thanks so much for listening. Our episode 1 playlist includes From Nihilor, Catabasis, In the Belly of the Whale, Forest for the Trees, from Carl Casey, Eliminator 2, Edge of Tomorrow, from Pixabay, Cereso, Elevator Bossa Music, various sound effects, It's Dark, and Her Ghost, from Zapsplat, Astro Race, from Edvard Grieg and the Hall of the Mountain King. I hope you had fun. Thanks. Bye!